What idiosyncrasies drive you crazy about your significant other? When my wife reseals Ziplocs, she doesn't press the excess air out first, so our freezer, fridge and pantry have balloons full of food in them. When he yawns, he typically ends it with a oh, ah, 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 ah from disturbed down with the sickness. It drives me insane. Every cap in my fridge is loose right now. Asks me where I was. I reply bathroom. Makes grossed out face. Ew, don't tell me that. Why you ask where I was? She sets alarms on her phone to remind her of stuff in her daily routine. But her internal clock is so good that she'll get up to do the thing 30 seconds before the alarm goes off on a regular basis. She doesn't take her phone with her, but she's kind enough to leave it somewhere where I have to fucking get up to fucking turn it the fuck off because now she's in the shower or some shit. When my husband likes a word or a phrase, he'll repeat it until the world ends or when he gets tired of it. Like he watched a Insta video and in it someone said toodaloo. He repeated this word all week in a sing-songy voice. I was ready to murder him. The longest lasting one was the red light green light melody from Squid Games. Edit: since y'all love my husband's idiosyncrasies, I thought I'd share my husband's ultimate favorite phrase. Boost is the secret of my energy. He says it all raspy and low voice lol. He's been saying this on and off for 5 years we've been together. He always says know what I'm saying after every statement he makes. She keeps boiling water then not using it. She wants a cup of tea, puts the kettle on, then wanders off and forgets about it. The next time she's in the kitchen she'll see her cup there with a teabag in it and put the kettle on again, then wander off. Her record is 5 times. OMG him watching TikTok or YouTube videos loudly while we're next to each other. She puts the garlic press in the dishwasher in its closed position because it takes up less space. But closed means it traps all the garlic in the press, so I still have to hand wash the press after the dishwasher. I've pointed this out many times. Now I just shrug and say at least she's an amazing cook. She fills up the dishwasher very haphazardly. My husband is super nice and a great conversationalist, but he wants to talk to absolutely everybody. Everywhere we go he's looking for somebody he knows. If we're out of town or on vacation, he strikes up conversations with anybody willing to talk. Sometimes before we get out of the car and we're on a time limit, I have to lecture him to not speak to anyone. I wouldn't change him for the world, but sometimes I just want to tape his mouth shut. Open mouth smile. Kleenex everywhere other than in the garbage can. Random places on the floor. But worst of all is in her pockets before the clothing goes in the wash. I die a little each time I see tiny bits of paper on my clothes. Every time she takes the first drink from a soda can, she says "Aw, it burns." Really irks me for some reason. It's fucking soda. You've drank it all your life FFS. I've heard the same story about 500 times and he acts like it's something I've never heard before. Each time he tells it, takes forever to tell a story. He smacks his lips when he drinks wine. Exploding head. He will not let anything he sees as unnecessary slow him down, and therefore does not use a towel to dry off after a shower. He just puts his clothes on right away. My boyfriend and eating with his hands. Don't get me wrong, he is pristine with washing his hands, but I have seen the man go to town on a rare steak with hands. To be completely fair, he only does this at home. When we first started dating, we went to a wedding and I was shocked to see him use formal dinner utensils perfectly. He just prefers to gnaw on food like a caveman at home. I've reluctantly decided to find it charming. When eating chips, she breathes through her mouth. and micro-chomps the chip with her molars. Just rapid-fire crunches. Generally ends with a final nom munch. Says she likes how it feels and how it sounds. He is extremely helpful and does lots of things to upkeep our home, which I'm grateful for, but he never puts anything away or back how he found it. Hanging a new photo frame? Done flawlessly. But the hammer and fasteners will sit on the table for weeks. Unloading groceries? Everything is put in the pantry fridge, but the bags will sit all over the floor counters. I try to keep up best I can, but our surfaces are always cluttered with his latest project or task. Constantly eating food out of the trash can. I'm single and have a dog. She eats all the damn gummies and I'm the one who has to go get more. He can sleep anytime, anywhere. Just closes his eyes, starts snoring. He pronounces arugula arugiola. The idiosyncrasies are what make me love her. She talks funny when it's just us. She gives the same look as a guilty golden retriever when she's been caught eating sweets. She's great. Wish she wouldn't leave time on the microwave, but that's not an idiosyncrasy. My husband will lazily fill the cutlery sleeve of the dishwasher. The sleeve is divided into compartments going horizontally across the inside dishwasher door. He's too lazy to space the cutlery out. Instead, he piles and crams it all within the first 3 closer compartments and leaves the other 3 farther away empty. He will run the dishwasher like that and the cutlery comes out still dirty because of crowding. Every day when I open the dishwasher I have to space out the cutlery because I know annoyingly how it's going to go if I don't fix it every time I am in the dishwasher. She never throws anything away. Not an empty box, bag, clothes that don't fit, broken or none-paired Tupperware, newspaper X'd. If my husband has a job he needs to do and he wants to remember to do it, he will take that object and just leave it somewhere where it will often sit for weeks until he gets around to it. For example, if he wants to unclog a drain, he will leave the drain chemicals sitting out until he gets around to it. New laces in your shoes? Better leave them in the middle of the room for a week. She cuts her spaghetti with a fork and knife instead of twirling it. It isn't natural. She dates guys that don't know what idiosyncrasies are. They leave smelly candles burning and forget about them, even when leaving the house. When she washes her hair, she takes the hair that comes out and balls it up and leaves them on the shelf in the shower. I end up with this little pile of hair spiders right next to my razor. Great question, by the way. Op said idiosyncrasies, not mental illnesses. My husband shakes his hands violently after washing them, splashing water everywhere. All of them. I love him a lot. One of my favorites is that he doesn't pair up his socks because he keeps them all in a sock basket in the closet. Every morning he goes on a little treasure hunt for a matching pair. He's perfect in every way except the man has no goddamn concept of time. None. We also have cultural difference. He's Latino and his family and culture don't value promptness in the same way I do. And I can accept that. But just come the fuck on already. Good intentions but horrible follow through. So lots of unfinished projects and crafts and diet plans and expensive food ingredients. She doesn't fully screw the caps on bottles. Water bottle, juice bottle, toothpaste tube. I go to brush my teeth. The cap ain't on. Once we were watching a movie in bed with food, and I heard something going gulp gulp gulp. Stopped. Was gulping on the mattress cause the cap wasn't on properly. Once I picked up a small bottle of orange juice with pulp and wanted to shake it before I juice everywhere. Why? You either screw the cap properly or don't put it on at all so I don't get deceived. My boyfriend does that old man hacking noise when his sinuses are clogged and spits. Sue gross.